year was 1989. It was the, I want to say midsummer, July, and at the urging of some friends, I had finally gone and gotten an HIV test. And the results came back, and I found out that I was positive. And about a month later, I found out that I had full-blown AIDS. And I'd say after about 2 months of just kind of denying everything and anything possible in life, including that diagnosis, the inevitable struck me that I had to tell my parents that I had this disease that probably was going to kill me. And all I could think about was the reaction that my mom was going to have. And I just did not want to do it and did not know how to do it. So, typical of me, I found a book, and it was about AIDS, and there was a little blurb in it, a paragraph about what I wanted to do, telling your parents that you were diagnosed with HIV/AIDS. So I read it, and a spark went off in my head, and I said, that's a good idea, that's probably going to work. So I called my parents, and I was living in Albany at the time, and I'd see them maybe once every 3 or 4 months, and I told them I wanted to come down, I had something to tell them, and I was going to come down in a couple of days. So I get there, and things are going normal, just doing family stuff, and I say, let's go out to dinner the next night. So the next night comes, and we go out to dinner, and I had the restaurant all picked out. It was a family restaurant. The people that owned it were friends of my parents. They'd known them for years. It was probably one of the most packed restaurants on a Saturday night in the city of Poughkeepsie. And I just want to digress a little bit, because Poughkeepsie is in Dutchess County. And Dutchess County is the home of Franklin Delano Roosevelt, and Dutchess County is also one of the most conservative counties in the state. They did not vote for Franklin Delano Roosevelt 4 times, okay? That's how conservative Dutchess County is. My father's family, his father was a conservative Republican. He was a conservative Republican. All of his brothers and sisters were conservative Republicans, judges, lawyers, family of politicians. This is where I came from. But my dad was not an ideologue, and one thing that he taught me that I still carry through to this day was that people's opinions matter, and you need to listen to people's opinions. So he was a conservative, but he was a really open-minded conservative. So we're at the restaurant, packed with people. We're walking in to the back room, and people are saying, oh, hi, Arnie, hi, Joan, hi, Stephen. It was just the 3 of us, none of my brothers and sisters. How are you? Blah, 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 blah. We get in the back, and we sit down, and the waitress brings us our menus, and we order the first course. It comes. We start eating, and I say, okay, it's time to get this over with, and my fork down, and I say, Mom and Dad, I have something to tell you. I have AIDS. And then I just went blank. All of a sudden, I realized my mom is sobbing. And that's really all I can hear at this point, is my mom is just breaking down, sobbing, which is what I did not want to happen. Then all of a sudden, very uncharacteristically, my dad gets up from his seat, and in the loudest voice, it seemed like the loudest voice to me at the time, he says, I don't care if my son has AIDS. I love you. We will work this out, and we will always be there for you. I'm just like, I don't know what to think, what to say. I'm just dumbstruck. I mean, it just hit me right inside my heart. I couldn't believe that this was going on. But the next thing that happens is he sits down, and I take a look around, the entire restaurant is silent, and everyone was staring at us. So, things don't always turn out as expected. Sometimes they turn out better. And I threw that book away. And here's to you, Dad, if you're listening to me. I love you.